rethink your limits.
With a rebound, the clock hits 0. The Spartans are state champions.
Homestead will win the victory bell for the first time in school history.
Goody to the basket, goes up and throws it down. Boom shakalaka, big another SAC Holiday Tournament crown.
Every basketball game, home or away, live on the Point 91 FM or online at WCYT.org. No matter where you are, we got you covered. Homestead High School Athletics, brought to you live all season long. A production of Homestead High School Media.
And welcome back to Spartan Arena as we get closer and closer to tip-off of this SAC opener between the Wayne Generals visiting and the Homestead Spartans. So let's go real quick through the starting lineup for these two teams. Homestead being led in the backcourt by number 12, 5'6" senior Grace Sullivan, and number 20, sophomore 5'7" Molly Stock. And in the backcourt being led by Maggie, or in the front court, being led by number 30, junior 5'9", Maggie Kinsley, and number 22, sophomore 5'10", Allison Stevens. And rounding things up at wing, the junior 6'3", number 34, Ayana Patterson. And the Wayne Generals in the backcourt, number 1, freshman 5'7", Sydney Gorman, and number 14, sophomore 5'7", Amelia Diaz. And in the front court, number 20, freshman 5'3", Mariah Luna, and number 30, sophomore 5'1", Shabrea O'Quinn. And rounding things up at the very bottom, underneath the rim, number 40, freshman center at 6 foot, Khalees Collins. And Noah, we're getting closer to tip-off here of this game. What does Wayne have to do to get the victory, and what does Homestead have to do to avoid the upset?
We'll definitely find something for Wayne, like find scorers who haven't done much this season and make some huge plays, and also don't struggle with the turnovers like they have. Like with Luna averaging 7.5 turnovers per game, you definitely do not want to let that happen again this season.
For sure, and this is just a game that Wayne really needs to win to get a morale boost and a program-defining turnaround. And Homestead needs a victory to start off 1-0 in SAC play and assure an above 500 start to the year. And here comes tip-off. Shabrea O'Quinn for Wayne and Ayana Patterson for Homestead. Be starting things off. Patterson wins the tip-off. Kinsley passes over to Grace Sullivan over the timeline. To the left wing, Grace Sullivan back at the top. Allison Stevens, 3, no good, and Wayne's gonna let it go out of bounds. They will get the ball first. Well, no, they will get the ball second.
Even though that shot did not fall, I still like that look for Allison Stevens to start off the game, wide open 3.
Definitely a good look. And Jada Stewart drives inside and can't get it to go. Grace Sullivan with the rebound. Homestead ball. Passes over the timeline, looking for open space to the right wing, and they're going to call a double dribble on Homestead. The first turnover of the game, 7:32, still scoreless.
A little sloppy already from Homestead. Definitely don't want to see that throughout the game.
Mariah Luna passes the timeline, goes to the right wing, looking for open space, passes over to Khalees Collins, who dishes to Diaz, takes the shot off the backboard, it goes mid-range, 2-0 Wayne. Grace Sullivan over the timeline, looks over to Stevens, passes over to Kinsley, back to Stevens, Stock, now Kinsley, corner 3, not gonna fall. Rebounded by Stock, who goes to Kinsley to Sullivan for three from the right wing, no good. Fighting for the rebound on the ground now, and Kinsley can't get it together. Wayne ball. Luna taking it up the court. Over on the right wing. Tries to pass inside, can't get it to fall. Kinsley saves it, but it's rebounded by O'Quinn, and a scrum for the ball, jump ball. It will stay with the Generals. And a timeout called by Coach Parker. Wants to get things together early in this game. 6:41 in the first quarter. Wayne up 2-0.
Wayne, it's looking like knows Homestead cannot really shoot that well from three this season because they are leaving it wide open, giving them all sorts of wide open threes, and Homestead cannot find a way to knock them down. Already, I believe, is it 0 for 3 from the three-point line?
So far, yeah, they're playing Wayne playing their defense solely based on the analytics. They know Homestead has been a poor three shooting team so far, so leave them open, let them shoot and grab the rebounds.
Yeah, and Wayne already with a 2-0 lead, almost a minute and a half into this ball game. It's a great start for them, and they have the ball right now. Let's see what they can do. Maybe put some more lead or growth to their lead.
Gorman looking for an open player, finds O'Quinn inside, who makes the layup in the paint. 4-0 now, Wayne up. And Sullivan taking the inbound over the timeline. Patterson inside now, pushes, going for the layup, and able to get it with the contact. And now Homestead on the board, 4-2 Wayne.
That look for Patterson is exactly what I was saying for my keys to this win for Homestead.
And now Khalees Collins dishes over to Diaz. Diaz back to O'Quinn. O'Quinn to Gorman. Still not inside. Now Quinn inside, goes with the contact, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Stock. Homestead ball. Passes to Sullivan across the timeline. Patterson now inside. And they're going to call a travel. And it will be Wayne ball, another turnover for this Homestead squad.
This is exactly how Wayne wanted to start off the game. Let's see if they can continue this way.
And Luna looking for some space beyond. She's going to cut inside and go for the layup, blocked by Ayanna Patterson. Allison Stevens now, Homestead ball, across the timeline, back over to Patterson, who's going to go inside. Can't get the layup, gets the putback with the contact, and one. Ayanna Patterson starting off the game with 4 points so far, and she's going to head to the line to try and put up another one and give Homestead the lead. 4-4, 5:35 left in the first.
Right there, Ayanna Patterson showing exactly why she's the #3 recruit in the nation in her class, just dominating down low.
She wasn't able to get the layup there, and now it will be Sydney Gorman taking it for Wayne. Looking for some space, passes over on the right wing to Luna. Luna passes across the court to Diaz. Diaz right back to Luna. Luna cutting inside, finds O'Quinn. Can't get it to her cleanly, but it will stay with Wayne, tipped by, I believe, Grace Sullivan. And Gorman will be passing in from the baseline. Wayne ball. Looking for someone. Looking. Finds O'Quinn inside. She's going to go for the layup. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Stevens. Homestead ball. Sullivan taking it up. Going to cut inside and can't get the layup to fall. Kinsley with the putback, though. And Homestead now up 6-4.
This game has been a battle in the paint so far. Both teams with all points in the paint so far.
And now Khalees Collins with the ball from the perimeter and loses control of it. Kinsley able to get the steal and the ball as it rolls out off the leg of Khalees Collins. Homestead ball.
Yeah, Wayne is struggling with a lot of mistakes early on in this one. Definitely want to fix those up.
And a substitution made by Wayne. Stewart in for O'Quinn, and right there, a real quick turnover. Patterson trying to get the ball down, couldn't get it down the timeline cleanly. Wayne ball now. Luna taking it up. The top of the key, passes to the right wing to Stewart. Stewart could not maintain control of the ball and stepped out of bounds. That's a turnover. Homestead ball, 6-4. Spartans up, 4:35 left in the first. Grace Sullivan takes it, passes over to Stock. Kinsley inside, a scrum for the ball, turnover. Collins able to corral it and passes over to Gorman. Gorman on the right wing. Finds Stewart. And stolen, a pass to Diaz, not clean. Molly Stock gets it for Homestead. Passes over to Sullivan. Stock to Kinsley at the top of the key. Drives inside, and another travel for Homestead. Wayne ball now. 4:08 left in the first, 6-4 Homestead.
I like what both of these teams are trying to do, trying to feed the post, but they're just forcing it down and low, and it's not working. They keep on turning the ball over, and they need to find some other ways to score.
And Luna on the right wing now, looking for some space. Passes it to O'Quinn, but she can't get it. Can't corral it. Homestead ball. And Sullivan went to Patterson. A deep outlet pass inside, couldn't get it. Wayne will have the ball after this timeout called by Coach Gorman. 3:50 left in the first. Homestead up 6-4.
Yeah, right there. Once again, both teams tried to force some passes that they should not have, and it's just been so sloppy from both teams. And Homestead really needs to pick it up, or else they're going to be on an upset watch, with it being 6-4 halfway through the first quarter already.
Yeah, so far not much scoring. Patterson and Kinsley, the only players with points so far for the Spartans, and it's just been a game that so far has had a lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play. But it is early in the game, of course, early in the morning, but just hoping that both these teams can get it together and start to play a clean game of basketball, which is what they both want and both need if they want to win this game. Inbound, Gorman over to Luna, who crosses the timeline for the Generals. At the top of the key, looking for some space, gonna cut inside. Finds Gorman on the right wing, goes over to Diaz at the top of the key. Dishes to Stewart. Stewart over to Luna at the top of the key. Dribbling around, looking for some space. Cuts over to the right. Dishes to Gorman. Gorman taking their time on this possession. Over to Collins. Collins gonna cut inside, and stolen by Allison Stevens. Homestead ball. Sullivan gonna take it up, and she's gonna pass to Stock, wide open from the right wing. And that goes for the Spartans. 9-4 now, 3 minutes left in the first. Wayne ball. Gorman passes the timeline at the top of the key. Goes over to Luna. Luna goes back to Diaz, at the top of the key. Into Gorman on the left, who's gonna drive inside and get a shot that hits the side of the backboard. And that's going to be that's going to be a Homestead ball now, with Maggie Kinsley passing it from the inbound over to Grace Sullivan.
Wayne better be careful right here. Just a couple baskets by Homestead, and this game's almost already a blowout. A huge last 2 minutes of the first quarter right now.
Stock goes up to Kinsley inside, who passes to wide open Allison Stevens from three. Can't get it to go. Patterson fights for the rebound, can't quite corral it. It will be Wayne ball. And Luna gonna take it up across the timeline, over to the right wing, looking for some space. And they're gonna call a turnover. Luna, I believe it was a double dribble. No, an offensive foul, an illegal screen, I'd assume, on O'Quinn. And it'll be Homestead ball. Grace Sullivan across the timeline, and Parker begging for a timeout. And they will use their second timeout of this game so far, all in the first quarter. And 9-4 your score. Spartans up, 2:19 left.
I think 3 timeouts being called already just within the first 6 minutes of the first quarter shows exactly how this game is going. Both coaches are seeing how sloppy it has been and really want to try to fix it up for their teams and give them some good plays to run out there.
Yeah, so far both coaches just want to see a better play from their team. Just a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes being made early in this game. And of course, you want to correct that early before it continues further on into this match. And the inbound on the sideline for Homestead. Stevens to Patterson. Patterson at the top of the key over to Grace Sullivan, who passes right back to Patterson in the corner. Passes to Stevens at the top of the key, over to Stock. Stock to Sullivan, wide open in the corner, couldn't get the three-pointer to fall. And they're going to call a jump ball on the rebound between Kinsley and O'Quinn. And Homestead will maintain possession here.
Homestead continues to get good looks, but just can't get them to fall. Eventually, I think those will start falling, and Homestead's lead will grow.
Patterson takes the inbound and drives inside. Can't get it to fall, but the only one in the paint for that rebound. She'll take that putback any day. 11-4, Homestead up. And Luna's going to take the ball for Wayne. Tries to drive inside, can't find space. Dishes over to Diaz. Diaz drops it off to Hill, but could not corral it, and it'll be a turnover. Homestead ball. Yet another turnover for this squad, and a substitution coming in. Kinsley and Stevens out. Freem and Helmkamp will come in for the Spartans. And Sullivan gonna take the inbound. Passes over to Stock. Pass right back to Sullivan. Over to Helmkamp. Helmkamp to Sullivan at the top of the key. Stock still haven't passed the perimeter. And Helmkamp still in the perimeter. Passes over to Sullivan. Sullivan double teamed. Passes over to Stock, who's wide open in the corner. Took advantage of the double team. Makes the three. 14-4, double-digit lead for the Spartans. Homestead with the inbound. Luna taking it up and going to take a pull-up three. Can't get it to fall. And she almost gets the rebound, but it'll be Grace Sullivan who corrals it for the Spartans as she passes the timeline and finds Sydney Freem wide open in the paint. Homestead fast-paced offense, and it's working as she gets that to fall. 16-4 now. And Luna going to take it once again for the Generals. She's looking for some space, calling some plays, drives inside, and an air ball on the layup, rebounded by Sullivan, who goes over to Patterson, and Patterson able to get the layup on the fast break. 18-4, Homestead taking over now in this first quarter. And Gorman going to take it up for the Generals at the top of the key. Dribbling around, finding some space, passes to Luna on the right wing. Backs up. Still around the perimeter, not cutting inside yet. 10 seconds left, got to get a play going. Passes to Diaz for three, off the backboard and no good. Rebounded by Helmkamp, 3 seconds, got to get a shot to Patterson for three, and it's just short. It was on target, but not enough put onto the shot. Regardless, a great start for the Spartans. They're up 18-4 as we get closer to the second quarter.
This is reminding me of the Homestead football game last night when they struggled, or when they were within contest early on and then struggled and just got blown out.
And we're going to take a quick break here. You're listening to Homestead Wayne or watching on YouTube. We will be right back.
Insecure. Broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Finds Stock wide open. She's got pump fake and pass right back to Sullivan. Dishes back to Stock, and she's wide open this time. She'll take that shot, doesn't fall from beyond. Sydney Freem with the rebound, can't get it. With the putback, she's able to get it that time. 22-4 Homestead. 7 left in the second quarter. Wayne ball now. Sydney Gorman. Gonna drive in, actually stay around the perimeter and passes across court to Holbrook. Holbrook to Hill. Hill over to Collins, and she's gonna cut inside and can't get it to fall as Patterson corrals the rebound, and a deep outlet pass to Stock, who dishes over to Helmkamp and loses control of the pass. It will be Wayne ball, down 22-4 with 6:33 left in the second.
Yeah, a great start to the second quarter by Homestead, getting some points in the fast break and getting some rebounds and controlling the glass.
And Stevens comes in for Molly Stock, and now Wayne ball. Diaz, the shot blocked by Grace Sullivan as she gets the rebound and the block and the ball. Helmkamp over to Stevens, wide open at the corner, can't get the shot to fall. Wayne rebound, and Luna will take it up for the Generals. She goes to the right wing, looking for some space, takes a steal from a screen from Collins. Now Gorman with it. Gorman looking for some space. Passes over to Collins. Collins dishes to Hill. Hill drives inside, and she's fouled on the shot by Sydney Freem. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws to try and help Wayne get out of this scoreless stretch that they've had recently.
Yeah, it's really hard to remember the time where Homestead was calling a timeout because of their struggles early on in this game.
Yeah, and they've gotten things together, and Wayne trying to get things together as well as they get their first point in what feels like since the first quarter. And here comes the second. Not gonna fall for Hill. 22-5, Homestead gonna take it. And Patterson passes over to Sullivan. Sullivan to Helmkamp. Helmkamp right back to Sullivan. Right back to Helmkamp to Patterson in the corner for 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Sullivan, who gives it to Helmkamp. Helmkamp dishes inside to Freem. Freem finds Sullivan wide open in the corner. Not going to take the shot. Going to drive inside and pass to Freem, who misses the layup. Fight for the ball will be a foul on Sydney Freem. And it will be Wayne ball. 22-5. 5:19 left in the second.
Even with this gigantic lead the Lady Spartans have developed, they have still struggled greatly from beyond the arc and missed a lot of threes, shooting a really low percentage.
And Gorman gonna take it at the top of the key, guarded by Sullivan closely. Not able to find space, tries to cut inside, not gonna happen. And they're gonna call an offensive foul on Gorman, and it'll be Homestead ball. Substitutions made for the Spartans. Freem and Sullivan out with Evie Bottoms and Taylor Ruggles in.
A freshman coming in for, I believe, for the first time on varsity.
Yeah, this is her first time getting minutes for the Spartans. And we'll see what they can put together here in the second quarter. 22-5. Evie Bottom's gonna take it, passes over to Helmkamp. Helmkamp looking, finds Stevens inside, who passes right back to Helmkamp and over to Bottoms. Bottoms at the top of the key, passes to Helmkamp, finds Patterson in the corner, drives inside but loses control of it, and it will be Wayne ball as it rolls out of bounds. Generals now with possession, getting ready for the inbound. Goes to Gorman. Gorman passes over to Luna. Now they cross the timeline. Looking for some space, finds Gorman on the right side, passes over to Luna at the top of the key, finds Diaz open in the corner, can't get the shot to fall, rebounded by Ruggles. Homestead ball is Helmkamp now with it, passes over to Bottoms, who passes to Ruggles inside, dishes right back out to Stevens, and she steps out of bounds as she tried to cut inside. And ball back to the Generals now. 22-5, 4:15 left in the second. Homestead up.
And a substitution right there, Molly Stock coming in for Allison Stevens.
And now it's O'Quinn inside, can't get the shot. Patterson rebound, Homestead ball. She's going to take it up, cut inside. Euro step layup, great shot by Patterson. 24-5 now, extending the Spartan lead here in the second quarter. Luna going to take it for the Generals at the top of the key and almost loses control, and it almost goes across the timeline, but corrals it and passes over to Gorman, who passes right back to Luna. Still haven't got inside, and now they cut. And Diaz in the corner with the air ball, and it will be out of bounds off of O'Quinn trying to get the rebound. Homestead ball.
Homestead being able to dominate still, even with some offensive struggles recently, not really getting that much to fall.
Nelson Stevens gets it. Can't get the three-pointer to fall. Ruggles gets the rebound and draws the contact on the putback. She'll get 2 free throws. A foul is on O'Quinn, her second of the game.
The freshman is looking like a great rebounder.
Yeah, she's gotten inside and gotten off the board plenty of times so far. And she gets that first layup to fall. Now a 20-point lead for the Spartans with 3:27 left in the second quarter. And that second free throw falls as well. 26-5 now. Wayne ball. Luna going to take it up for the Generals. Guarded closely by Molly Stock as she crosses the timeline. Trying to get around Stock. Stock, great defense, able to force the turnover. Stevens grabs the failed pass and cuts inside, can't get it, but Stock with the putback with the rebound. And a fight for the ball goes over to the Generals. Gorman now with it. Guarded by Stock, cuts inside, layup off the iron and no good. Allison Stevens with it now for the Spartans, who passes to Stock wide open from the left wing, can't get the three-pointer to fall. Rebounded by Gorman, and she walked, took 3 or 4 steps there without a dribble, and it will go right back to the Spartans. 20% gonna take a spot on the bench for a little bit of time. Kinsley comes in for her, and she gets the inbound wide open from beyond, in and out. Just barely missed it. Diaz now for the Generals, going to take it across the timeline and over to the right wing, who passes to Gorman. Takes a deep 3, can't get it to fall. Ruggles with the rebound for the Spartans. And Bottoms is going to take it from the timeline over to Stock in the corner to Kinsley inside, and she draws the contact from O'Quinn. That's going to be her third personal. Or I'm sorry, that's actually on Khalees Collins, which will be her first personal, as Kinsley will see 2 shots from the free throw stripe. And the first one not going to fall. And a substitution for the Spartans. Evie Bottoms checks over to the bench, and Hillary Adams checks in. Kinsley, the second free throw falls. 27-5 now. Homestead up. And Wayne gonna take it. Gorman crosses the timeline, calling to play. Takes the screen from O'Quinn, cuts, can't find any space, guarded closely by Hillary Adams. Forced to pass to Collins, who cuts inside herself and can't get the layup to fall. And rebounded by Homestead. Stevens in the corner, passes over to Hillary Adams, who now has at the top of the key, passes to Stock. Kinsley inside, passes over to Stevens. Stevens cuts inside, going for the layup, can't get it to fall. And a scrum for the rebound. Homestead tried to retain possession, couldn't quite get it, and it'll be Wayne ball. Allison Stevens will see the bench for a little bit, and Grace Sullivan will check in for her with 1:43 left in the second. Homestead up 27-5. Wayne now with it. Sydney Gorman in the left wing, going to cut inside, and she traveled. Guarded closely by Grace Sullivan. Another turnover for the Generals, and Homestead ball. They're going quite rapidly on offense right now as Grace Sullivan rushes across the court and blocked by Shabria O'Quinn. as she tried to get the layup off. It'll stay with Homestead now. Minute 25 left. Sullivan on the inbound, looks for Kinsley in the corner, who cuts inside and gets the layup. Double teamed inside, but able to get it off, and 29-5 now with a minute 14 left. Gorman gonna take it, an outlet pass to O'Quinn inside, and she draws the contact on the shot in the paint. That'll be on Molly Stock, as O'Quinn will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Generals.
See if they can get some more points in the second quarter with just a minute left. Only 1 point so far in this quarter. They've really been struggling.
And that first free throw falls for O'Quinn. Substitution for the Spartans as Helmkamp comes in for Stock. Minute 8. Homestead up 29-6. O'Quinn trying to make it 29-7. And it's off the back of the iron, but she corrals the rebound. Stolen, though, by Helmkamp, who's going to drive over to Sullivan, back to Helmkamp inside, and gets the layup to fall on the fast break off of the steal. 31-6 now for Homestead. Gorman, with 50 seconds, takes it up the court. She's over on the right wing, passes to Collins at the top of the key. Calling for Diaz take the pass, and she does, and she passes inside to O'Quinn, can't get it off. It's gathered by the Generals as Gorman passes inside to O'Quinn. Blocked on the shot inside. Collins gonna take a 3, and it's not gonna fall. Homestead ball rebounded by Helmkamp as she takes it up. Passes to Sullivan. Kinsley wide open at the stripe, can't get it to fall. Ruggles with the rebound, she's fouled on the putback attempt, as she will go to the line. 31-6, 25-point lead for the Spartans as they try to extend it with 16:8 left.
Ruggles once again going to the free throw line after getting an offensive rebound and getting fouled on the putback.
Ruggles not able to get that free throw off successfully, and a substitution for Wayne.
Okay, here we go, 1.
As Stewart comes in for O'Quinn. Ruggles with the second free throw. Also off, 0 for 2 at the line. It will be Wayne ball as they grab the rebound, and Gorman's going to take it up at the top of the key. 9 seconds, has to get a play off. Takes a deep 3 and misses, but it's rebounded by Wayne. Can't get it off. And now Ruggles gets the rebound, not able to get a shot off. As tough defense at the very end by Wayne, and it is 31-6 at the half. Homestead with a huge lead over the Generals.
Yeah, their lead just kept on growing as Ayana Patterson led with 12 points in the first half.
So just a fantastic start for the Spartans right there. At first it was a little messy, a lot of turnovers, but it seemed like they were able to get the fast break offense going because Wayne, they're also a team that has struggled with turnovers so far this year, took advantage of that, gotten a lot of fast break points, and they've really taken over, especially in that second quarter.
Even with this 25-point lead the Spartans have built, the lid is still on the hoop for the three-pointers. They cannot get these three-pointer shots to fall. They're probably shooting a very low percentage so far in this game.
Yeah, the majority of their points seem to be coming off of these putbacks that they're getting off of the missed three-pointers because Wayne is leaving them open. Yeah. And Homestead's going to take those shots regardless because they're just trying to get them to fall. But Homestead grabbing the rebounds. Ruggles and Patterson have been getting plenty of boards, and they're able to get the shots up themselves or go to the line on the contact, just able to get a lot of putback points.
A lot of second chance points and fast break points coming for the Spartans in that first half. Let's see if Wayne can put something together on offense after that quick 4 points they had in the first quarter and then just only 2 more in the whole entire half.
Yeah, the majority of Homestead's points so far have been coming off of Wayne's mistakes on offense. If they can improve their offense, they're going to improve their defense because Homestead is scoring mainly on fast breaks off of steals, off of poor passes. If Wayne can improve on the offensive end, get these shots to fall, and play a clean game, they could come back. They're down 25, but I mean, it's because they've only scored 6 points so far. So if they can get a good second half going where they can play a clean game anything could happen.
Without all those mental mistakes on all those travels and double dribbles Homestead had in that first half, this game could be up to like a 40-point lead for Homestead. But yeah, definitely Wayne still has a little bit of hope in this game, but I see no chance of them winning.
It would certainly take a complete 180 in how the game has been going so far for the Generals if they want to come back. And with that, we'll take a short break here at halftime, but we'll be back to continue this halftime show. Your score at halftime, Homestead 31, Wayne 6. We will be right back. Spartan Arena for the halftime show of this early SAC matchup between Homestead and Wayne. Your score currently 31-6, and we're going to look at some other games going on in the SAC today and the one game from the SAC yesterday as Snyder traveled to Huntington North and was able to get the victory 42-35 against the Vikings.
A good win there for Snyder, almost expected one also, and a great way to start off the SAC season for Snyder.
And today there are going to be 4 SAC games going on, and they'll be later today. We're Homestead Wayne, pretty much the only SAC game going on early in the morning. And the first of those 4 matchups, Northside at 0-2 right now, playing against the Belmont Braves, who haven't played a game yet.
Yeah, going to be an interesting game, and let's see what Northside can do. Let's see if they can turn around that 0-2 start and make some plays and maybe win a game.
Northside has definitely struggled in recent years. Last season, they were at the bottom of the SAC standings. Belmont, I think they're going to be able to get the victory here. Then we have Northrop, who's going to take on Concordia at the Cage, both 1-0 on the season.
Yeah, a huge SAC game early on in the season. Let's see if Concordia can win this game at home.
I'm going to take Concordia. Love the Cage. Been there before. It's a great... if you haven't been to that arena, go. Just go to a game. I know it's COVID year, and it's tough to get tickets, but you got to go see a game at the Cage. I'm going to take the Cadets because I love that arena. And Snyder, they're going to take on Bishop Dwenger. Snyder hasn't played a game so far. Dwenger, just like Northside, 0-2.
Yeah, once again, the 0-2 team definitely needs a win in the SAC season. Get this 0-2 start turned around, and let's see how Snyder can do to start off their season.
Snyder, last season, they played Homestead, and Homestead got the most points that they got all season long in a game. They won 96-24. Panthers have struggled recently in the SAC. They're trying to get things turned around this season, and winning against Dwenger, I don't think it'll happen, though. I'm going to take Bishop Dwenger here. And finally, Northridge, a team that just played Homestead and lost 41-36, now taking on the Southside Archers over at Southside.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Northridge challenged Homestead, and Southside's going to be a great team in the SAC this season. Let's see what Northridge can do against Southside.
Southside, they had a great season last year, barely lost in the sectional finals to a Homestead squad that ended up winning the sectional, and they're trying to continue that momentum this season. I think they'll be able to beat Northridge, but Northridge, that Homestead game, they hung around, and I think they'll be able to hang around against the Archers as well. And with that, we'll go to a short break. Real quick, we want to thank our sponsor who has helped make this broadcast possible. First Federal Savings Bank is a community bank with locations in Fort Wayne, Huntington, and Warsaw. Contact them by phone at 260-436-2100 and online at www.firstfedindiana.bank. That number, once again, 260-436-2100. We'll be right back with our coverage of the second half of Homestead Wayne. Once again, your halftime score, Homestead 31, Wayne 6. We'll be right back.
Here at Homestead High School Media, we're taking steps to stay safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. That includes limiting the number of workers in the TV studio and wearing masks when not on camera. We also socially distance our anchors each week at the news desk. In the studios, we limit the number of people allowed in at a time, and even our mics wear masks. Thank you for doing your part in helping fight COVID-19.
Rethink your limits.
Athletics coverage on our station.
Welcome back to Spartan Arena, site of today's game, Homestead Wayne. We are about a minute 40 from the second half, and we're going to go through the leading scorers, or pretty much the scorers overall for both teams. Wayne, so far they have 6 points, Hill 1, Diaz with 2, and O'Quinn, who is the leading scorer for this team with 16.5 points per game, has 3 so far. And for Homestead, leading scorer Ayana Patterson with 12, Kensley 5, Molly Stock with 6, Helmkamp 2, and Ruggles with 2.
Yeah, a great performance by Patterson in that first half. Got all the way up to 12 points, mostly in the paint for her, dominating down low, getting those second chance points, like really all Homestead points where it felt like in that first half.
Yeah, there's certainly a reason why she is a 5-star on this squad. She puts it together. She really puts both the offense and the defense together. She has 14 career double-doubles, and she's getting mighty close to her 15th today against Wayne. She's gotten a whole lot of rebounds. She's already passed double digits in points. She's had a great game so far for the Spartans.
Yeah, along with Molly Stock and Maggie Kinsley playing pretty well in that first half. Both got up to 5 points or more. And with Molly Stock being a sophomore, she has a bright future here at Homestead.
She certainly does. And we're getting ready for the second half of this game between Homestead and Wayne now, as Homestead will take the inbound from the sideline to start things off. Maggie Kinsley going to pass into Sullivan. The starting lineup is out for Homestead: Sullivan, Stock, Stevens, Kinsley, and Patterson. As well as the starting lineup for Wayne: Gorman, Diaz, Luna, O'Quinn, and Collins. Inbound by Sullivan to start off the half. Passes over to Stock. Stock back to Sullivan at the top of the key, who goes over to Stevens at the left wing, and a 3 falls for Allison Stevens to start off the second half. 34-6, 7:43 left.
And it looked like Wayne came out in his zone there on defense.
They're trying to change up that defense. Luna going to take a 3, and she gets it to fall as well. Back-to-back threes for Homestead and Wayne. 34-9 now. Grace Sullivan over to Stevens. Stevens back to Sullivan. Stock wide open. Doesn't take a shot, passes to Patterson instead, and she can't corral the pass. And it's O'Quinn going to get the steal for Wayne. Gorman crosses the timeline, calling out a play, looking for some space at the perimeter. Passes across court to Luna, who's passes over to Diaz for a 3 in the corner. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by O'Quinn in the corner. Looking for somebody. She's trapped. Tries to get a pass successfully to Gorman, who cuts inside and is fouled. As she'll go to the line. 4-2. That foul is on Grace Sullivan. That's her first personal. 34-9, 6:57 left in the third. Homestead up.
Wayne getting some good looks to start the third quarter.
And that first free throw is going to fall as Wayne passes the double-digit mark. 34-10 now. Second free throw. Not going to fall for Gorman. Rebounded by Patterson. Crosses the timeline. She lost her footing there, and they're going to call a travel. Wayne will take the ball right back, 34-10. And Gorman's going to take the inbound, crosses the timeline, calls out a play, looking for some space at the perimeter, takes a screen, and it's a pick and roll to Collins, who takes a shot inside, can't get it to fall, rebounded by Stevens. Homestead ball now. Stock going to take it across, passes over to Sullivan, going to take a three, and it's an air ball, not going to fall for the Spartans. Rebounded by Kensley. Tried to get a pass to Sullivan, tipped by Gorman. Out of bounds. Homestead will retain possession. 6:27 left in the third, 34-10, Homestead up. Sullivan takes the inbound over to Stock at the right wing, passes to Patterson. Patterson cutting inside, step back. 2 falls for Patterson. 36-10 now. She's having a great game so far, 14 points. And now Wayne ball. Gorman takes it across the timeline. Dribbling around the perimeter, trying to open up some space. Collins sets up a screen, takes a deep three, not gonna fall. Rolled around the rim. Patterson with the rebound. Homestead ball. Pass over to Stock. Fast break, pull up 2. Doesn't fall, but rebounded by Sullivan. Passes over to Stock. Passes back to Kinsley. Wide open in the corner. Hits the top of the backboard, and it's off the mark. Gorman with the rebound for Wayne. Passes to Luna in the corner. Takes a step back, doesn't take the shot though. Passes to Diaz. Diaz pull up 3. Not gonna fall. Rebounded by Patterson. Homestead ball. Patterson makes a nice move. Pull up J. Not gonna fall though. And Wayne with the rebound. They're gonna go push on Diaz. On Kensley as they went for the fast break. It'll be Homestead ball. Coach Parker going to call a timeout. 36-10 in the third quarter, 5:20 left. Homestead starting to really get the offense going, but Wayne also catching up.
Yeah, Homestead kind of came out a little slow in this third quarter, even though they played great in the first half and ended that first half on a gigantic run. They came out a little slow. Now looking to improve on their offense in this second half and see if Allison Stevens can continue her scoring, as she's the, I believe, only one with points in this second half.
Yeah, so far, Homestead, of course, is early in the third quarter, but not many points being put up so far. They've had a few fouls, offensive fouls have led to turnovers, and Wayne has taken advantage, gotten 4 early points in this third quarter as they hit double digits. Trying to mount a comeback, it'll be tough, down 26, but they're starting to get it going a little bit in this third quarter.
Yeah, even with Homestead's sloppiness throughout the entire game, Wayne hasn't been able to really mount a comeback or anything, so I don't expect one to happen right now.
And here's the inbound. Sullivan takes it, passes to Patterson, who's in the right corner. Dribbles out, passes to Stock. Sullivan in the left corner, passes inside to Kensley, can't get the layup, but Stevens rebounds it, blocked by Gorman, and off the fingertips of Kensley, trying to grab the rebound. Wayne with the ball now. And Gorman gonna take the inbound from Mariah Luna. She crosses the timeline, dribbling around. Collins sets up a screen, pull up 3, does not fall, and it's off the shoulders of Stevens. Sullivan with the rebound now. Passes to Patterson, who couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebounded by Kensley, couldn't get it either. Patterson now with it. And 3 misses on that possession for Homestead. And Wayne will take control now. 4:34 left. Homestead up 36-10 in the third quarter.
I think Homestead on offense just needs to slow it down and just run clock off and get some good looks. They're struggling a little with the score and making some mistakes.
Khalees Collins now with it as she cuts inside and draws contact on the shot. And they're going to call a shooting foul on Kensley.
Foul call on Homestead number 30, Maggie Kingsley.
And that's going to be her second, or her first personal foul. Khalees Collins will head to the stripe again for the Generals. 4:18 left. Homestead up 36-10 as that first free throw does not fall. Substitution coming in for the Spartans as Fareem comes in for Maggie Kensley. Elise Collins with her second free throw. And can't get that one to fall either. Rebounded by Patterson, who I'd assume has a double-double by now. She's gotten a lot of rebounds. Passes over to Sullivan. Inside, draws the contact on the layup. As now Homestead will head to the stripe. It will be Sullivan taking the free throws. And that will be on Shabrea O'Quinn. That's her fourth foul. She's in foul trouble, and she's the star player of this General squad. First free throw falls for Sullivan. And with the foul trouble now for O'Quinn, she'll head to the bench. And Michaela Johnson will come in for her. As Sullivan takes the second free throw, and it falls. Homestead now up 38-10 with 4:11 in the third quarter.
Sullivan getting her first points of the game there at the strike.
And Gorman, who's looking for her first points, passes over to Collins. Collins gonna drive inside and gets it to fall as Wayne gets their first field goal since the start of the third quarter. Homestead ball now with Sullivan at the right wing. Has to Stock on the left wing, gonna take a deep three off the front of the iron, no good, and it heads out of bounds. Stock couldn't get the rebound. Wayne ball with 3:41 left in the third, down 26.
Wayne just looking for something now. Just get some momentum, see what they can do, and for future games, with this game looking really very far out of reach.
They certainly need something to start going now. Substitution was in Evie Bottoms for Allison Stevens. Wayne ball, Gorman at the right wing, passes to Collins across court, who miscommunication between Collins and Diaz, and it'll be a turnover as it goes off. The two had kind of ran into each other on that play and heads out bounds. Homestead ball now. Grace Sullivan gonna take it across the timeline, passes to Stock, who's in the right corner, passes out to Sullivan at the top of the key. Finds Stock, who cut across court to the other side for a corner three, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Sullivan, who gives it right back to Stock, who's in the left corner, gives it to Sullivan. Sullivan dishes to Bottoms. Bottoms right back to Sullivan. Stock inside two, can't get it to fall. And Gorman will corral the rebound for the Generals. Crosses the timeline, looking for some space to shoot, and she finds it, takes the three off the backboard, not gonna fall. And Homestead with the ball now, Freem inside, and she traveled, was looking for somebody to pass to, no open space, practically triple guarded by the Generals, triple teamed, and it'll belong to Wayne. As Gorman takes it up and drives inside. Can't find some space, guarded well by Sullivan. Passes to Collins. Collins to Diaz. This time gets the pass off cleanly. And Johnson now with it to Gorman. Gorman over to Luna. Luna looking for some space. Passes to Johnson. Johnson in the corner has to pass out to Collins at the top of the key, who drives inside. And a foul on the court on Homestead. As Collins tried to drive inside, that'll be on Sydney Freem. That's her third personal as she starts to enter a little bit of foul trouble. Inbound Wayne. Gorman looking for somebody. Finds Collins inside, who takes the shot. Can't get it to fall, and Homestead with the rebound. And now Spartans able to draw a foul on the scrum for the rebound. Now Collins is in foul trouble. And Gorman going to head to the bench as Elia Holbrook comes in for the Generals. Homestead ball. Molly Stock with it at the right corner, passes Stevens at the right wing, looking for somebody, finds Bottoms wide open on the left wing, short on the shot, rebounded by Luna. Wayne ball as she cuts inside for a fast break, but stolen by Grace Sullivan. Homestead with it now, who passes a deep outlet pass to Stock on the left wing, back to Sullivan at the top of the key, and stolen but maintains possession is Evie Bottoms for the Spartans. Passes right back to Sullivan at the top of the key. Evie Bottoms inside to Patterson, who turns around, takes a shot, can't get it. inside the rim, and Wayne with it now. Collins the rebound. Luna taking it up for the Generals. At the top of the key, looking for some space. Cuts inside. Takes a layup, and it's not going to fall for the Generals. It's now Sullivan with it. Deep outlet pass to Patterson. Easy layup. Completely unguarded. And Homestead now up 40-12 with a minute left in the third.
Great pass there by Sullivan, looking down the court and finding wide open Ayanna Patterson.
And Luna passes out to Collins, and she lost control of it, but Collins with it on the ground, passes out to Diaz. Diaz gets a blocking foul, draws a blocking foul on that. Cut inside, trying to go for the layup. That's going to be on Molly Stock, her second personal. And Gorman's going to come right back in for Khalees Collins, who's in some foul trouble. As Coach Gorman definitely wants her to stay in the game, doesn't want her to foul out. 45 seconds left in the third. Homestead up 40-12. Luna can't get the inbound, and Patterson steals it. She's going to get a wide open lane on the fast break. Now up 30 points with 36 seconds left in the third. Wayne ball now. Luna crosses the timeline, looking for some space. Stolen by Patterson. She's able to get it, and she's going to drive inside again and get another fast break layup. That one falls for Patterson. 44-12 now with 20 seconds left. Wayne probably going to hold on here for the final shot, I'd assume, as Luna takes it across the timeline, looking for some space, takes a screen from Johnson. Luna over to Diaz. Diaz at the top of the key. 6 seconds left. Kayla Johnson drives inside. 3 seconds left. Has to get a shot off. Passes to Gorman, who's going to take a step back three, and it's off the backboard and no good as we enter the fourth quarter. Homestead is up 44-12.
Yeah, great finish there by Ayanna Patterson. Finished it on a 6-0 run by herself. Some consecutive layups to finish that third quarter off.
A great third quarter by Ayanna Patterson and the Homestead squad, as we'll take a short break here. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter of this early season SAC matchup. Homestead 44, Wayne 12. We'll be right back.
Marco's Pizza, located at 1.
Rethink your limits.
This matchup, Gorman's going to take it for the Generals and passes over to Hill. Hill to Diaz. Diaz. Now Hill with it. They're really passing it around, trying to find anybody who's open. Gorman with it, passes to Diaz. Diaz over to Luna on the left corner. She drives inside, stolen by Patterson, but Wayne able to get it right back as Diaz back to Luna. Really passing it around this General squad, looking for anybody who can take a shot. Gorman, and she loses control of it. Sullivan with it now. Homestead ball. She crosses the timeline, finds Patterson in the left corner, who dribbles around, takes a shot, can't get the three-pointer to fall, and scrum for the ball, rebounded by Wayne. Gorman now taking it up, and she lost control of it. Don't exactly know what happened there, but Homestead has it now. Grace Sullivan takes it across the timeline at the top of the key. Looking for some space, and she found it, but there's going to be a blocking foul on the Generals. So Homestead was moving around, trying to open up some space for Grace Sullivan. That foul is going to be on Aliyah Holbrook, her second personal. Homestead ball on the inbound. Stock gets it, passes to Patterson inside. Step back, 2 falls for Ayana Patterson, and now the lead extended for the Spartans, 46-12 with 6:42 left in the fourth. Wayne ball. Diaz with it in the corner, passes to Luna. In the left wing, cuts inside, loses control of the ball, but I believe they're going to call foul on Allison Stevens, blocking foul. That's going to be her first personal of the game. She's had a relatively clean game up until now, and Wayne's going to take the inbound substitution. Coming in for the Spartans, Molly Stock goes out. Mary Catherine Landrigan comes in. Here's the inbound for Wayne, and can't get it off cleanly as Grace Sullivan steals the inbound. Deep outlet pass to Stevens. Tries to get a around the hoop layup, can't get it, but Patterson with the putback and the shot. Homestead up 48-12 now, 6:18 left in the fourth. Wayne gonna take it up. Luna at the top of the key. Passes to Gorman. Gorman on the right wing and tries to get it over to Johnson, but stolen by Kensley off the pass. Fast break, Patterson with it, and Homestead gets 50 now. 50 points in the game against the Generals. Patterson able to get the fast break layup, and Noah, I think this game might be over. I don't know for sure, but I think it's a little bit out of reach.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Wayne, but like they only have freshmen and sophomore on their roster. They definitely don't expect too much out of the season with having no upperclassmen, but they definitely don't want this game to come out how it has, but they really have some expectations for their future. Next couple seasons, they should start to improve with the young team they have, and that now puts Ayana Patterson well over 20 for the second game in a row now. She's been playing great.
Yeah, and I'm also going to call it, she more than likely has a double-double. We don't really keep track of rebounds, but I'd assume she has more than 10. She's been getting a lot of putback points so far. She's also been getting a lot of steals. So really, Wayne has not been thriving on the offensive end. As of recently, it feels like it's been forever since they've had a possession with points, and feels like almost every other possession ends in a turnover for the Generals.
And it looks like Homestead's JV lineup is now out there on the court.
50-12, might as well give the JV some experience as Wayne takes the inbound with 5:58 left. Luna taking it across the timeline, looking for some space. Cuts inside, can't find anything. Passes out to Collins. Collins, she's gonna try and drive inside, and she's able to get the shot, but it's gonna be an offensive foul. She charged, and she definitely wanted a shooting foul rather than an offensive foul there, but that's going to be the call, and Homestead will get the ball now. No points for Wayne on that possession. And that is Khalees Collins' fourth personal foul, as she is well into foul trouble now. And Ruggles, she takes the pass and able to get it inside. That was a quick possession. Felt like a Phoenix Suns 6 second or less right there. Homestead up 52-12. Now Gorman's going to take it, tries to drive inside, and she is blocked by Evie Bottoms. Homestead ball now. Hillary Adams takes it at the top of the key. Passes out to Bottoms. Bottoms right back to Adams. Adams to Landrigan. Landrigan trying to find some space. Ruggles over to Hillary Adams. Adams to Bottoms. Bottoms to Landrigan. Passing it around. Landrigan's wide open for a three. Can't get it to fall. And the scrum for the rebound not going to go Homestead's way, as Wayne will inbound it with just a little bit under 5 minutes left, down 40 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely expect Homestead's possessions to be longer now with a 40-point lead and under 5 minutes left in the game.
And Luna's going to take the ball, and she's going to cut inside and can't get the layup to fall. Rebounded by Homestead, but they're going to call foul on the board attempt, and it will be Wayne ball now. A little confusion. Homestead thought they were going to inbound it, but that foul was on Homestead as Wayne maintains possession. Gorman looking for anybody to pass it to. Passes over the head of Landrigan to Diaz. Diaz is going to take a three at the top of the key, not going to go. Homestead with it now. Helmkamp, outlet pass to Adams. Now over to Bottoms, who takes a three and can't get it to fall. Wayne will take over now as the rebound heads out of bounds. 4:26 left, Homestead up 40. Here comes Luna as she crosses the timeline, cuts inside immediately and able to get the contact and the layup. And one attempt coming up for the Generals as Luna will head to the line, try and get some much needed points for the Generals.
And now that puts Luna as the leading scorer for Wayne with 5 points in the second half.
And that that free throw does not fall, but Collins gets the rebound and gets the putback. Wayne turns that possession into 4 points, and now Homestead with it as Adams takes it and passes to Landrigan at the left corner. This is over to Bottoms. Now over to Adams. Adams at the top of the key, dishes over to Bottoms, gives it right back to Adams, and now it's Helmkamp with it at the top of the key. They're hanging around the corner, trying to pass it around and get some time off the clock. Now it's Adams with who takes a deep three, and it's not going to fall. And the scrum for the rebound doesn't go Wayne's way. Almost had it, but now Homestead with it again. Hillary Adams over to Bottoms. Bottoms inside to Ruggles. Ruggles passes out to Helmkamp, who goes inside for the layup. And now it's 54-16. Score just keeps going up and up for the Spartans with 3:22 left in the game. Luna going to take a pull-up three, trying to get any points that Wayne can possibly get, but it's not going to fall. Homestead ball now. Evie Bottoms passes to Landrigan at the right wing, guarded closely by Amelia Diaz, and Diaz is going to get called for the reach-in foul as Homestead will inbound it with 3:08 left in the game. That'll be Amelia Diaz's second foul, and a substitution coming in. Sydney Frame coming in for Taylor Ruggles, and that reach and foul puts Homestead in the bonus, so Landrigan will go to the line. First free throw falls, and she will get a second one. 55-16 now.
Looking to put the lead back up to 40 for the Spartans with just over 3 minutes left in the game.
You think that's the goal now?
Yeah, just win by 40.
And the second free throw does fall, so they're up 40. 3:08 left to maintain that score. Luna going to take it for the Generals. She crosses the timeline. Wayne looking to get any points that they could possibly get in this fourth quarter. And Collins now with it, who dishes inside to Holbrook, but she can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Luna. And I believe she was fouled, or it might have gone out of bounds. Either way, Wayne will maintain possession. 2:50 left, down 40. And now Gorman with it. She takes the inbound pass, looking for some space beyond. Takes a three, and it's blocked by Evie Bottoms, but Khalees Collins grabs the rebound, misses the layup, misses the putback, and Homestead with it now. Helmkamp going to take it up. Fast break to Freem, who's wide open in the paint, can't get it to fall. Now Wayne with it as Holbrook drives inside. 2 straight fast breaks, 2 straight missed opportunities on the fast break. But Wayne will maintain possession after the reach-in foul by Helmkamp, her first personal. 2:25 left, Homestead still up 56-16. Inbound by Diaz over to Collins. Collins inside, can't get the shot, rebounded by Freem, Homestead ball. Evie Bottoms, she drives. Another fast break for the Spartans. And they're going to slow things down with Hillary Adams, who passes to Bottoms. Freem now with it inside. And they're going to call her for the travel as she tried to get a pass off to Helmkamp unsuccessfully. Wayne with it now. And they'll inbound it after the turnover.
Turnovers continue to be a problem for Homestead, but it has not really affected them, and with a 40-point lead still late in this one.
And now Wayne with it, as they're starting to make some substitutions with 2 minutes left. Get the JV out there. And Wayne looking for some space. Jada Stewart with it, looking for anybody who's open. Collins was the one at the top of the key. Looking for some space, passes to Diaz in the corner, who takes a pull-up J, can't get it to fall inside. And now Homestead with it, as Hillary Adams passes it to Bottoms, and Bottoms lost her footing there. That's a travel. That's another turnover for the Spartans. And with a minute 41 left, it is still 56-16.
Yeah, the turnovers have definitely been a problem for Homestead, but I don't think they really care at this point in this game.
At this point, I don't know if turnovers are going to make much of a difference. And Luna now going to take it for the Generals at the top of the key. Passes inside to Holbrook, but I think she traveled after she took the pass, tried to get a shot off, couldn't quite get it in time before she took another step. Homestead ball now. And speaking of traveling, as Homestead took the inbound and immediately gives it right back to the Generals with a minute 27 left.
These two teams just don't want the game to end, want to just keep on stopping the clock as much as possible.
And that's gonna be another. That's gonna be another
2 seconds and then a foul.
This has certainly been a messy game for both teams. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls as Homestead enters. Both teams now in the bonus, actually. And it will be Hillary Adams taking the free throws as Sydney Freem picks up her 4th personal. First one doesn't fall, rebounded by Bottoms. And Wayne trying to play some full court defense unsuccessfully as Freem gets it, passes it to Helmkamp. She tried to take a shot, got stolen before she could get it off. Ball rolls out of bounds off of the Spartans. Wayne ball with a minute 15 left. Still a 40-point lead for the Spartans. Now it's Luna with this. She crosses the timeline. Entering a minute left in this ball game as they try to look for first points in what seems like an eternity. It's Holbrook now with it. Passes out to Luna, but it's going to cross the half court. And Hillary Adams for Homestead is going to get it before the violation can be called, but unsuccessfully is Wayne with it now. Luna driving inside, another steal. This just continues. It's back to back turnovers, and Homestead with it now. And no, I thought that was going to be another turnover, but it's going to be a blocking foul on the Generals as Homestead will head to the line with Evie Bottoms taking the free throws.
The turnovers just continue for both teams. Been a story in this game, but turnovers really haven't affected outcomes as both teams have struggled greatly.
Evie Bottoms got that first layup, now a 41-point lead. It's hard to say what's going on because it's just back-to-back turnovers over and over again, and that second free throw falls for the Spartans. 58-16 with 40 seconds left. Wayne just trying to get some last-minute points now as Luna takes it up at the top of the key, passes over to Michaela Johnson. And another steal as Evie Bottoms has it with 30 seconds left. Almost lost control of it, almost got a half-court violation, but maintains it and passes over to Helmkamp. Finds Hillary Adams, who passes over to Bottoms. Bottoms to Landrigan, 15 seconds left. Probably just passing around to end the game, and Wayne gonna intentionally foul to, I don't know, make it a 40-point game. Maybe they have the same goal. Maybe Homestead's trying to make it a 40-point game. Wayne's trying to make it a 39.
Well, looking at a 42-point lead for Homestead and 12 seconds remaining, it's not looking good if Wayne wants to not lose by 40 or more.
And she misses the free throw there, Hillary Adams, but she got the steal off of the pass and tries to get the layup, not gonna fall. 6 seconds left. Wayne's still playing tight defense as they did in the first quarter, not giving up despite being down 42. With 6 seconds left, this inbound should probably do it for the Spartans. As Helmkamp has it, and with 5 seconds left, they're actually gonna steal it. They're still playing defense, trying to get a shot off at the end and can't get it to fall. Amelia Diaz tried to get a layup as time expired to make it a 40-point game. Not gonna happen though. And that will do it. Homestead gonna take the victory. Start the SAC season off 1-0, 58-16 over the Generals.
Yeah, I said some keys to the game for Homestead would to not turn over the ball, which they did turn over the ball, and they did struggle with that. But a main key was the rebounding, and they were able to control the glass, and that's a key way they got a huge lead with all those second chance points on offense and just giving Wayne only one attempt on defense.
It was just a huge struggling game for the Generals. They really couldn't get anything going on the offensive end. It seemed like especially near the end, it was just nothing but turnovers, offensive fouls, and shots off the backboard. Definitely a game that Wayne would like to forget, especially on the defensive end as well, as just fast break points really took over for the Spartans, especially Patterson, who was able to get steal after steal, fast break point after fast break point, ended with 26 points. Fantastic game from her, fantastic game really from the Spartans, other than the gigantic amount of turnovers that they had.
Yeah, just controlling the ball is their main problem that they definitely want to fix throughout the season, and making those mental mistakes. All those travels are inexcusable. You cannot have that many travels in a single game.
Yeah, it was a game that a lot of positives to take away from the Spartans, but a lot of negatives too. They need to be able to fix the amount of turnovers that they're having and the amount of fouls that they are committing, especially in this game. It just seemed overwhelming, especially near the end, with foul after foul, turnover after turnover by both teams. Something that they need to improve on, definitely.
Yeah, they definitely do not want to turn over the ball as much as they did. And Wayne, it's definitely not a way they wanted the game to finish off, but they have a young team and their future could be looking bright.
Yeah, this was a struggling game for Wayne, but of course they're a young team. Their Coach Gorman, in her third season, relatively new to this general squad. They're just trying to get into rebuild mode. This game, definitely not the start of it, but there's a lot that they can take away from this and a lot that they can build on from this.
Yeah, with no upperclassmen, they definitely can do a lot in the future years and become better over time.
And just this was a great game from the Spartans overall as well. And it was just something that they definitely are going to build on. They needed this kind of victory. They needed a huge victory like this because they started off the season really struggling. A huge blowout loss to Carroll, and then barely escaped with the victory against Northridge. A win like this by plus 40 points, something that Homestead desperately needed.
Yeah, it was definitely great for them to have 10 people get on the board and score some points this game, spread out the scoring, and have Patterson lead them to victory with 26.
Great game from Patterson. Overall, great game from the Spartans. And with that, we're going to wrap things up. But join us next Friday when the Homestead Lady Spartans host the Cadets of Concordia. Thanks to our sponsors, Casa Ristorante, First Federal Savings Bank, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Marco's Pizza. Once again, your final score, Homestead 58, Wayne 16. Thanks for listening or watching on YouTube to today's coverage of Homestead Athletics. For Noah Johanningsmeier, I'm Brayden Carroll signing off from Spartan Arena. Have a great rest of your day and a fantastic weekend.